this granola recipe calls for 1.5 cups of oats per batch, and today she's making 2.5 batches. How many cups of oats will she need? So we know that 1.5 cups gives us 1 batch, and we need 2.5 batches. So I already drew out a number line, and I'm going to basically add up from here to solve our problem. And so we know 1 batch is 1.5 cups of oats. So I'm going to add up from 0, 1.5. So I see here that I already have 1 cup. So this is 1 cup here. But I need 1/2 cup more. So I know 1/2 is in between, 1.5 is in between 1 and 2. So that's 1.5. And I know this because 1/2 cup is in between 0 and 1. So that's 1.5 there. And so this is 1 batch here. And we still need 1.5 more batches. So I'm going to add our next batch. And so we add our 1/2 here because 1/2 plus 1/2 gives us a whole. So 1 and 1/2 plus 1/2 gives us 2, plus our whole other cup, which is going to give us 3 cups. So this is our second batch. Now we still need to figure out 1/2 batch of 1.5. So this one's a little bit more tricky, and I'm going to go back here and show how we can find this. So I know that 1/2 of 1 cup is 1/2. But what's 1/2 of 1/2? That would be 1/4 of a cup. And so if this is 1/4, then this is 3/4 of a cup. And so I'm going to keep this idea in mind and put it over here. So I know between 3 and 4 cups, this is 3.5. And so in between 3 and 3.5 gives us 3 1/4 of a cup. And in between 3.5 and 4 cups gives us 3 3/4 of a cup. And so if I were to add 1/2 batch, I would need to add 1/2 of 1/2, which was 1/4. So I'm going to start and add with 1/4. So that's our 1/2 batch here. And then I'm going to add 1/2 of our whole cup, which was 1/2. And so from here, adding 1/2 would be adding until 3/4 of a cup. So this is our 1/2 of our 1 cup. So this is our 1 cup half. And so this is our 1.5 batches here. And so from this number line, we can see that we need 3 3/4 of a cup of oats.